What to play? Oh, hi, my friends. It's me, so Lady Flora, and I am here with you guys on this Makeup Monday. So, hi. I know it's been a while since I've been on. It's been about 2 weeks. And I'm sorry, guys, I had a lot going on in my life, and I just wasn't able to get on to do any makeup. So, here I am with this look here. I'm sorry, the card is falling off my face. It was secure, but I've been sweating it out. So I hope you guys are ready to buckle up because we're about to get into Halloween spooky season. So I want you to buckle up, kitty cats, girls and boys, and let's get ready to make up. I'll see you in a few minutes. So let's get ready and to go. Smooches. Hey, my friends. Okay, it's been a while, guys. Sorry. I have been extremely busy with my family. My daughter started high school, helping take care of my mom and just a few other things. So I've been super busy, guys, and I haven't been able to record the way I wanted to. So I'm going to just speed jump into this. As you can see, I'm starting with my brows because we're creating a very basic Uno look tonight. We're just going to create a little bit of a gory look for spooky season, of course. So as you can see, I'm getting a little close up in the camera, but I just want you to see what I'm doing. But also I needed to look into the mirror a little bit better because my mirror was a little bit further than what I needed it to be. So I'm going to have to switch my setup around a little bit. But anyway, I'm trying to fill in my brows and just create a brow that is fitting to my face. So the rule of brows is that they're supposed to look like sisters or cousins, close cousins, not distant cousins. So I like to make sure that my brows are even enough and that they're in the shape that I need them to be. So I understand the shape and the outline of my brows. So I'm just, because I've been doing it for quite some long time, I'm able to just fill it in the way I need to. So as you can see, I'm filling the brows in and I'm dragging them up and I'm dragging them down and out because I want them to come down to the bridge right above the nose a little bit because I want to make sure that they're even enough. So I'm going to go under it with a Fenty highlighter. I believe it was number 385. One of my favorites. So I only tap the tip of the brush on it. I know some people like to do a full concealer brush. I do not like to do the full concealer brush. I do not like the way it looks for me, especially if I want to do something really simple and plain. I kind of just want to make the concealer line as thin as possible. I want the brows to look as natural as possible if I possibly can make them that way. So I usually do it that way, and I do it like a very light underline under each one. I learned to do this way, especially if I want to go to work or want to go out somewhere and I don't want to do heavy makeup or I want to have a very natural face. The only thing I might do is my brows and slap on some lashes. So yeah, this is how I learned to do like a quick brow. And then I do the middle of the bridge, just a couple little dots, and then I kind of go over it with a concealer brush or a beauty blender. So because I couldn't find my beauty blender, I had to use my little concealer brush. As you can see, I do have one, guys. So I'm going over the brows again. I'm brushing in between. I'm using my fingers, and I also use the tip of the brush to pull it out. So what else you're going to see me do is you're going to see me take my brush and fill it in. So as you can see, it gets a little darker because I used a makeup, a dark brown makeup that matches the brow tint that I use and also matches the color of my brows to kind of fill it in and make it a little bit darker. And then I drag it out with the tip of the brush. So as you can see, boom, I'm cool with them. These are all right for me. I just need a temporary set of brows. So as you can see, I'm getting ready to slap on some scar wax because I said we're going to do a Uno look, but we're going to make it an SFX look. So what I'm going to do is mix a little Vaseline and a little bit of Marin Scar Wax just to give it the texture that I want it to make it more malleable. And I'm going to place it on. Now, I know you're probably like, where's the liquid latex? Because don't you need liquid? You do. But because my skin, sometimes things adhere to my forehead without me having to use any or a lot of product. And I've used this Marin wax before. It's kind of just using it on a Freddy Krueger look a couple years ago. Not even a couple, last year. I used it on a Freddy Krueger look last year. And it just molded to my face. I didn't even use any of the liquid latex. But because my forehead is very sensitive, I try not to put too many products on my face. For whatever reason, the upper part of my face is more sensitive than the bottom of my face. So on the bottom, you'll see me slap on some liquid latex and kind of mold out the scar wax, to my liking. So as you can see, I'm pressing it out with my fingers. I'm peeling off the excess and kind of just making sure it lays down properly. And then I'm getting one of my tools to help me kind of just lay it better. So what's going to happen is you're going to see me kind of try to fix the top. And then I was just like, forget it. Let me just use some liquid latex. If my forehead breaks out, it breaks out, guys. It is what it is. We just have to take a chance. Pray for me. Pray for me. So I'm putting on the liquid latex. I'm scared, guys. That's what I was telling you. I was terrified, afraid, I'm scared. So I'm going to put on the liquid latex on the top, and then I'm going to put a little bit of the scar wax up there just to give it the look that I want. And as you can see, I was able to layer it out the way I wanted to, just to smooth it out. I did it more so with my fingers rather than the tools, because it was the top of my head. So as you can see, I'm still kind of laying that down, and then I went back and cut a slit into it because, again, I want to create just a little bit of a gory look. Not too much, just something light, guys, nothing crazy. So as you can see, I'm putting pro concealer on my lids. I can't tell you what color it is, but you can see on my face it's something that's closer to my complexion, and I am using a larger concealer brush to blend it out. Now, I know you were probably like, you said you wasn't going to put that under your brows. I didn't. I put it on my lid, okay? It just blended into my brow because, again, like I said, I don't like to do the concealer that way. I like to kind of just go light under my brows in case I change my mind, in case I want to do a more natural look. But, hey, guys, it is what it is. We're working it out. So what I'm going to do next is try to create an ombre look on my lids based off the Uno cards, which is a color of black, white, and red. That's the base of the back of the card, really the front. And there's also yellow with the word Uno on there, but we're not going to get too deep into details because, heck, it's a Monday night and the feeling's right and I'm tired and I got to go to work tomorrow. And I don't feel good also. I'm sick. Believe it or not, sick as hell. But we do what we have to do. As you can see, I got a little makeup on my face. Had to woo-saw and pull it together. So what I'm doing is using the Love in London palette to create a darker outline because I kind of want to create an ombre look, but I want it to start with a deeper black so that I can build up my red and get my inside lids with, well, the inside corners with a nice white or beige ombre to it. So as you can see, I'm just starting on the outer corner of the lids. I'm going to even it out, and then what I'm going to do is use Crimson Red from my Glam Light paint palette, which is one of my favorite palettes. Before you get down and be like, dang, that's the only palette she used, and it is. I do have other palettes, guys. I just like these two, and I guess I feel like because I've been doing basic looks, I haven't really had a need to bust out any of my other palettes, but I'm gonna start using them because I can't stick with these for the rest of my life. So as you can see, I started filling in with the Crimson Red because the Crimson Red was very much giving, and I liked it because it matched the Uno card. So I know it's like a little dark right now, but I'm going to build up the color. So, excuse my leather couch. So I am using a little white e.l.f. concealer. It is kind of white. It's really, really pale. It's not my complexion at all. I'm using it to brighten up the inner corner of the eye, and I use the other side of the concealer brush that I was using so I don't mix up the concealers. So as you can see, I just blend that in a little bit. As you can see, there you go. It's starting to give the ombre, that faded look. So I'm going to go in it with a very pale beigeish white color that's in the Juvia's Place Warrior palette. And I'm just going to fill it in from the corners going into the lid. Look at that. Look at that. So now what I'm going to do after that, I'm going to build up the crimson on the lid. Look at that color. Look at yes, you see it building. You see it building. Okay, build, build, build. Grow, grow, grow. So I'm building it up and build it up and build it up, and now it's solid. All right, guys, so it's not solid as a rock, but it's built it up, okay? So I'm going to go back in with a little bit of that pale white just to, ombre that sucker out, because I want it all to fade in together. So I'm also going to build up those corners too on the end. I'm going to use a deeper brown mixed with a black just to give it some pizzazz, some razzle dazzle, some draggle wriggle. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of buffing that out with my brush, buffing it out, and boom, boom, pow. That's what I'm giving. That's what I wanted. And now we're on to the foundation. So the foundation I'm using is a Revlon foundation, one of my favorites. I just like the way it feels on my skin. It has good coverage, but as you can see, it's a little bit lighter than my complexion. That's because I actually got a little darker over the summer, being outside in the summer. But it'll change, and just as a reminder to some of you, because some of you guys don't know, your complexion changes year round. So when it changes in the summer and the spring and winter, some of us get a little bit lighter, some of us get a little bit darker. So it's good to have more than one concealer and foundation in different complexions, so you're able to match that all year round. And to also, whatever you do, take your makeup and drag it down into the neck. So as you can see, I started out blending with a brush, and now I'm going in with a beauty blender just to top it off, to make sure there's no excess, to make sure that it's all blended in good enough, because I don't like it when the concealer or foundation gives that wet look. It's not for me. Usually I would use either a spray or a setting powder, but because I have a little bit more work to do and I have to add the rest of the rest of my concealer and everything else on, I'm actually going to take a moment before I do that. So as you can see, I'm adding some depth to the scars that are on my face. I know you're probably like, ooh, that one of your cheeks look like it's coming up. It was just a little bit, guys. I'm actually not really worried about it because I'm going to get it together and it's going to look cute in the end. It's going to look cute well, maybe not cute, but it's going to look as best as it can in the end. So as you can see, building up the scars, creating that look. I'm going to get a brush and I'm going to get just a basic makeup from a regular palette I had from Juvia's Place and just go over it just to add some more depth and look to the scars so it looks more bruised. Okay, so oh my god, it hurts, everybody. It hurts. My face, it hurts. It doesn't hurt, guys. It doesn't hurt. So now I'm going in with my concealer. I'm going to do the chin, the upper lip, the under part of the eye, the cheekbone, the nose, and the forehead. So as you can see, and this is the upper cheekbone, like I said, I'm blending that out and just going to the corners. Bam. Doing that on the other side too, going up and out, because I have high cheekbones. So boom. I want to just make sure it looks good. I do my lip, I do my bottom, the chin, and then I do under the jaw. And I'm going to add a darker concealer to it too, because we want to contour to the gourds if we can. All right. It doesn't always come out great, but we do what we got to do. So I'm getting ready to put on that contour. I put some all over my forehead, and then all over my face, and then I kind of start blending everything in. So I just put a dab on both sides of the cheeks, blended it up and outwards. I did my forehead, as you can see, and then I did the jawline. So yes, we got to get that in. And the next thing I'll be doing is thine nose. We've got to make the nose smaller. As small as we can, guys. Smaller. Look at it. Yes. Put some on there and make it smaller. Tighten it up. So I'm tightening up my nose. I want it to look like I have no nostrils. Okay, well, no, I need my nostrils to breathe. But anyway, I kind of just want to tighten it up and make it look like the nose bone has had a little bit of plastic surgery, just to make it smaller. And then I'm going to do the little button of the nose because it just has to match. So now that I've gotten that accomplished and I have the nose that I want, I'm going under the eye with some makeup just to bring the makeup down. Usually I would put a little bit of, I want to say it's mascara under my eyelid, but I didn't feel like it tonight. So I kind of just went with the red and the black. just to build up the color that I had and just to match the eyes around all the way. So what I was going to do was do my eyelashes, and then I realized I only had singles. So what I'm going to do is just put my Sacha Buttercup on my face, my setting powder. Okay, we're going to put that on the lip, the chin, under the brow. Go ahead, baby. Oh yes, right above that jawline, under that cheek. And I'm going to put some on my forehead as well. And I'm going to let that set. So you're going to see me momentarily. Yes, I did put some all over the face too, because I want to dry up the product as best as possible. I don't want anything being too shiny or too wet. I just wanted to dry properly. So what I'm going to do is I started to put on lashes. These are lashes I got from Amazon, guys. These are very, very cute. You put them on yourselves. They're little lash clusters. I used the 16-inch. You're going to see them on, I believe, momentarily. And you're going to see me with my fan fanning my lashes. But let me tell you. So I'm very confident in putting on lashes and doing my makeup. I do it all the time. But for whatever reason, I started getting nervous as I was looking into the camera. Once I put the bond on my lid, I started coughing like a maniac. And I was like, oh my God, I'm getting nervous. But also I remember that I'm sick as hell. So on top of me being sick as hell and nervous, I'm like, okay, what should I do here? And I'm like, okay, let's try it. And then I was like, hell no, 1 minute, let me get it together. So as you can see in this next clip, I have them on and I'm putting the sealant on there just to seal the lids. Oh, not the lids, the lashes to the underlash of my lid. And then I have my little fan and I'm blowing it. So yes, baby, the lashes are on, okay? Look at them. Look at them. Lashes are on. One of these days I'm going to record that process. I don't know which day that's going to be, but honey, when I do, and you guys see it, it's really simple. Anybody could do it. Your child could do it for you. If you have a child, it's really not that hard. It's really about placement and having patience. I can do them within maybe 5 minutes. So like I said, it really didn't take me that long, but I can't really show you guys the process. So now we're about to get down to this Uno business. Now, I had to find the card I was looking for, which was a draw for, because that's what got me into this predicament. Because as you know, Uno can ruin friendships and families. So I wanted to measure out what I needed for my face, and I wanted to make sure I could fit it on there properly. So I was trying to fit it on, and then I came across a little situation because the card was a little bit loose. And it wasn't really holding to the scar that I had there. So I had to put a little bit of liquid latex to it to get it to lay the way I wanted it to. But I'm going to have to step away from the camera for a second. So you're going to see me step away. But the struggle was real, guys. I was like, wait a minute. I probably could have made my scar a little bit bigger, but I just didn't do it the first time. And then it fell. And then I was like, you know what, guys? I'm going to have to fix it. It was actually frustrating me. As you can see, the look of frustration on my face. I had to do something about it. So I started mixing some scar wax together and I was putting it on the back. And then I was just like, you know what? I might have to take this off and start all over. So there's going to be a moment where you don't see me doing this anymore and you see the card hold on to my face. There we go. See what happens when we just have to do it all over. So as you can see, I had to go back over it. I clearly added some more scar wax product and the liquid latex to my face. And look, the card is in there. And boom shakalaka, this is what happens when you play Uno with family and it's about friends, or rather not friends, but you know, whatever. So I'm putting a little highlighter on, just a little bit, because I want to shimmer and shine. So before I did that, I realized I didn't do any bit of concealer on my cheeks. I didn't make them rosy red, so I had to go back and do that. And then I had to get some oh guys, I'm sorry, it's slipping my mind tonight. I had to get a little bit of blush and put it on the cheeks and around the nose, because I like to have my nose a little blush, a little red, especially because it probably was already red because I've been sick. But figure just add a little bit to it. So I did my blush, and then I was like, okay, now let me go on with my concealer. So I wanted to make my nose shine. I wanted to be bright and shiny, and I wanted to stand out. So stand out above the ground. If you know the song, you know it. But if you don't, it's okay. So anyway, I put some on the bow of my lip. I put it on my nose, and then I put some on my cheeks, because you know we just got to be glossy and glassy and beautiful and shiny and bright, because you know, black girl is a black girl and a black kid, yeah. You know, I said the lyrics wrong, but it's okay. But anyway, so I'm going over my lips. My pencil wasn't sharp like I wanted it, and then I didn't want it to cut my lips, so I decided to do something else. So I got a lipstick brush, and I got a color that I really wanted, and I started to do the outline of my lips. Yes, baby, outline that brown, okay? So I'm outlining it, and then I'm going to fill it in. So I told you guys, again, this is going to be a basic look. I am not putting any hair on. I'm not going above and beyond today in the world of hair and makeup. So I wanted to just do my lips with a nice brown outline. I know we said we were going to leave that in the 90s, but it seemed like that look came back, okay? It seemed like it came back and came back quick, okay? Everybody is loving that outline and adding to that look and adding that little ombre or lightest pinkish, you know, pinkish pale in the middle. So I'm using my Mario lipstick, because I'm using two of them. I'm using one to give me the pale look, and then I'm using the other to give me a pink look, so a more pink look on my lip. And there you go. See that? Yes. 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 Kisses, okay? So pucker up, baby. So as you can see, I got that together, and I'm just, you know, adding just a little bit of the just like a little bit of makeup to my lip, just a little bit of eyeshadow, just to give the pink the color to pop out the way I wanted it to. So that's it, y'all. That's the look. That's it. Like, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you like this, and if you do, I hope you come back and see more, okay? So we're Bloody Gory Uno, and you know what? It's time to go. Smooches. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, and like. Bye.